Hi friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and we're back for the first time in a little while for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I've gone for a random gen map, and I went for quite a wet one, as it were, as is so often the case. And as you can see, there's a lot of clouds. Oh, let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, we've got plenty of this and that, and that's interesting. And you know, a lot of and some, you know, bits of whatever and things and stuff. So we're going to see what we can accomplish here in the year 1970. Now, I've done absolutely no scouting at all, and therefore I've no idea what I'm going to get up to. But my traditional approach is always to try and set up somewhat close to both the Warsaw Pact and NATO border, so somewhere near this corner, for example, because that gives you the maximum number of export options. The only downside here, of course, is that there's a lot of water, and I mean, the random genning of the random gen map is not necessarily coming up with what one might describe as wholly authentic landscape designs, but it's in there. So I'm going to run with it as it is and see what we get. But I should probably go looking for at least one natural resource to begin with. We've got coal, yeah, iron, yeah. Oil would be a good one. I've always done nicely out of iron. Arguably, I've always dwelt too much on oil. Although creating an oil-based empire and then shipping it all out to the Americans is a wonderful way to live. If I click on that, can it stay? No, you can't. All right. Can I? Any chance I can? Give it just a dab of zooming in. There. No? Okay. You can. I've just got to find the button. I can't remember where. No, there it is. Hold to resize. That's the ticket. Right. So we're here. What's that? Oh, those are your borders, clown. Okay, right, good. Well, uranium, that'll possibly come in handy later on, so we don't want to be too far away from that. We're going to need some iron, obviously. There's not a massive amount of it. This looks to be iron central here. Coal, yeah, you've got a splash of it in the water. That's less useful though. And then you've got some here. So you've got this and that there, which would lead to be a steel manufacturing output kind of a deal. And then oil rigs. Oh yeah, and plus a lot of oil going on over here. I think we are leading ourselves towards this island where we are at the moment, which is absolutely miles from the border. In fact, you would be hard pressed to get further from the border than this. Maybe we don't use the border. Well, in which case, maybe we're bankrupt in a hurry. Oh, yeah, all right, fair enough. We do need some cash coming in, I suppose. All right, well, let's start further out, but head in this direction. So maybe this is where we build our capital city later on. We just need something to get the gears of industry spinning magnificently fairly early on. We got bauxite. Yeah. And then, yeah. All right, I'll poke around and I'll find somewhere. Right, this is where I've ended up. This is the kind of zone that we want to be in. This kind of block of floor. Block of floor. Shh. Yes, but we're not there yet. No, because I'm going to need to make some money, or at least generate some cash early on. Now this is NATO over here. That's no good. No. I'm going to have to change my mind. Yeah. No, you see, I think there is probably a good place to go. That takes you near to your block of floor. Block of floor? Is that a thing? Shut it. We're going to start here. Right here. Yeah. Is there anything here at all? And then... You're not a million miles away from some iron. But iron's far enough away that it might as well be a million miles away. No, we're going to start right here. And because, to start with, we're going to do some farming. Because farming, it seems to me, a fairly low drag way of getting some products on the go. Not to mention the fact, of course, it's stuff that people want. People want to be able to eat. and therefore it feels like a sensible plan. Now, I've just got to remember how to play, because it's been ages. Let's go out here, and we're not going to auto-build to start with. We will obviously be auto-building, but I want to... oh, bulldozers. Yeah. I want to bulldozers. Yeah, I do. I really do. Bulldozers is the thing I want to do. I want to flatten the entire area out as much as possible. We've got a little bit of hill there, and I'm prepared to let that exist. You know what? We could also do lumber as our first export with a bit of food to get us our first internally usable something or other. Oh, clearly a plan is starting to emerge. I possibly wouldn't go as far as saying a plan is likely to emerge, but there we go. See, metallurgy, I think that's just a new name for stuff. Yeah, I'm familiar with all of that. Okay. Although aluminium is new. Yeah. Didn't have aluminium to play with last time around. Are you sure? Oh, I can't flipping remember. Right. So if I start out with... No, not this. No. Get away from that menu. It's just dangerous. We want construction. You're in construction. I want infrastructure. Okay. And then I want a construction yard, a place to park all of... I'll tell you what, I'll go and figure out what I'm doing, shall I? Right. I've made some action here. Right, so this is the town of Gastroflange that we've got going on here, and all that exists of it right now is we've got the construction yard here, which I shall now instigate is constructed. There we go. We're paused, so that's not going to happen. Then we've got a dab of roads. Hold on. Give me the auto build roads with the trouble and the thing. No, that's not how you do it. All right, I'll remember how to do that in a moment. And then we've got power that we're currently importing. It's got to be done because I can't make any at the moment. So why not? I mean, I could go for wind turbines, assuming they exist. But no. We'll buy it off our neighbours. Which comes in via these high power from Denaga, you see. Bring them in on a high-end business, a little bit of power exchange and a switch and whatnot, and then some underground wires to take it to the substation. Yeah. Purchase that as well. Yeah. Already starting to burn through the money like there's no tomorrow. Let's do a bit of that, and we should see a smidge of progress going on. We've got moles. It's nice to see. There we go. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? There's a construction office. Right, we're going to buy new vehicles. And the vehicle in question is going to be a bulldozer. And we're going to go with... Oh, hold on. I was going to go with the Starlinek, which is my favourite. But this little blue number from East Germany... What do you do? 20 kilometres an hour. And then 47 kilowatts of power. You see, no, this is where you want to be. Right. I want 8, please. Yeah, you're going to be what's known as flattening division. And then I'm going to need some kind of crane type deal type thing. Not that one. No. Road rollers. No, don't need. No, don't need. Don't need. I'll know it when I see it. It's not the paver. Excavator. That's the ticket. Right. We've got. Let's go. We'll keep it balanced. We'll go with an East German excavator in there as well, because that way I don't have to pay for any road terrain flattening myself. We'll also deploy a garage here, by which, of course, I mean a gas station, so that... What's the difference here? Why? That's one way. Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, I don't think one way is completely necessary right now. That way, my trucks here my bulldozers can get themselves reduced as the need arises. Yeah, that'll do it. No, let's make it directly opposite, and then we've only got one angle to worry about. Slap that in there. Pay it with the rubles, thank you, and we're golden. Now, you should be set up. Looks like you are doing. You haven't got a power supply. You should have. No, you won't have. You won't have a power supply because I haven't built all of these big lads yet. All right, give me a moment. I'll figure out how to do it. Do that. Yeah. And then just build using the rubles. There you go. Look, they see it's happening. So the power's coming online, and then we'll all be super as we import it from our neighbours, which is going to cost us a pretty penny, I'm sure. But it will allow us to start the seeds of thingamajig. Right, so there you go. If we turn all of that grid work business back off again, you'll see, look, here we are. It's all good. I can do stuff now with things. It's brilliant. Right, okay, let's not auto-build for the moment. Let's turn on the wireframe, turn on topographics. I just want to make sure this is going to work. Terrain smooth, terrain from centre, and then terrain average. Terrain from centre, I'm pretty sure, is the one we want. Let's build this out in accordance with the road. Yeah, this feels eerily familiar with what I was doing previously. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and the addition of the topographics there is making all the difference, because now I can see where we've got lumps. Although the road is going to be a bit of a concern, obviously. That's okay. It's just all that's important is that everything surrounding the road is viable for further construction. Look at the bulldozer posse go. Well, yeah, they are doing their thing. Yeah, and that's all on the same height. Yeah, okay, this is working perfectly. Right, okay, so we'll focus on getting up a bit of farm stuff, because that's going to be the easy bit. Wood, I think, is going to be slightly more involved to get that set up, and we'll possibly need a few more workers. But we can at least get some fields planted. Where are we? March? Yeah, I reckon plant up some fields. That'd be good. Yeah. I mean, look, I've already done it. I've already done the job of planting quite a lot of this up, or at least ploughing it. No, they should be grateful. I've done quite a lot of the hard work already. There you go. Right, let's leave it over here. Now, several of you are going to say, like, if you wanted the map to be flat, why didn't you just build it on a flat map? Just it kind of go, because I want it to be erratic in places, but where I'm going to build up, I'm going to flatten the heck out of it to make it prettier. The one thing that upset me about this game, and I use the word upset very loosely, was that the roads and the rail were always bouncy and looked whack. So we're going to avoid that this time round, where possible. Will we avoid it 100%? No, don't be daft. Right, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Fields, as far as the eye can water, and then housing and all of the associated gubbins that goes with it, of which there is many and various, will be slotted in on that side. Meanwhile, we'll run this out and turn it into some kind of highway system that runs out towards the border. Later on, there will be trains. Right now, there will not be trains, because we're not there yet. But trains are coming, because that's what I'm about. So, agro farm, as opposed to a non-agro farm. So a peaceful farm. We got a livestock farm there, smarty pants. Then you got the laughter house. Yeah. I remember all of this business. Yeah, no, it's top notch. Right, okay, agro farm. Building the agro. Now, the agro farm's going to need a warehouse. It's coming back to me. From late when I was playing last time around, the bit that made the most sense was build it in reverse. So you build the last bit first, or you block it in first. Otherwise, you end up trying to squeak something in, and it's just not viable to do so. So warehouse will store crops, as will, aren't there like crop silos? I was pretty sure there were. Yeah, grain silo. Okay, well, in which case, grain silo, and then potentially a warehouse as well. Warehouses are useful, but I don't see you making any in the short term. But let's book it in, because that one you could hook up later on to a bit of rail. So if you think in advance that way, spin this around, because you've got your rail connection there. You see, he's already starting to think ever so slightly. I've got my rail all the bits. It's there, right? I'm trying to show you and tell you at the same time. You know what's going on, but I'm still, I'm trying to do the didactic stuff. Right, let's warehouse. Yeah. Leave it in plan form for the moment. And then we'll have grain storage, but we'll plan for this in case it needs more than one. Because that way, there you go, set it up with its little tracks there, doing the thing, and we'll fling that one round the other. Isn't that overkill? It might be, but let's be ahead of the game, right? While we've got money, spend it, and then it's all about making enough money to continue spending in any fashion at all. Yeah, you sure? Yeah, I think this is gonna be great. I don't think you've got enough farmland to fill that many sites. Shush! It's not a problem. It's easy there. All right, okay, well, if you say so. Right, okay, next we will stick in some road. Now, we will actually go with asphalt here because this feels to me like it's a proper bit of planned everything. And therefore, I think this is probably a sound manoeuvre. Now, that's your warehouse. You've got a train line that runs that way. Yeah. Now, don't worry about level crossings and the like because there isn't a train line at the moment. We can concern ourselves with that at a later juncture. So for now, let's bring out a road here. Yeah, and let's carry that all the way up there. We're going ever so slightly Roman to kick things off, but I think that will pay maybe at least one dividend later on. Maybe, possibly. Right. Okay. Now go back and get your aggro farm, and call some aggro. Okay. Aggro farm. Right, now you want to hook the aggro farm up to a dab of that action. Renders your other silo rather redundant, doesn't it? There is a small element of truth in what you're saying there. Also, you know what'd be useful is if you had alternate versions of each of these models where the entrance was the other way around. It just needs to be mirrored, so that if I wanted the road at the bottom as it is now, but I wanted my my little connection over on the left as it is now, then you could have it that way. Because if I want it like this, which I do, well, tough luck as far as getting a connection to your silo. See what I mean? You know, it's just a small thing like that would be dead useful. It's not a deal breaker, you understand. It's just, it makes it less puzzle game and more build it where you fancy it. Right, now if I rotate you a smidge, maybe we can get in. How do you feel about right angles? I don't think we're going to do one here, but just out of pure curiosity, now zoom in. There you go. Right angles and you, how do you feel about that? I'll do something a bit bendy. It's not quite the same though, is it? That said, of course, this isn't actually the worst location in the world. It doesn't really matter, dude. Okay. Right, okay, let's just a little bit of, there you go. That'll do. Hopefully I've left enough space there for a bit of road action. One would hope so. I'm going with asphalt. I've mentioned it, but I'm mentioning it again, because it feels like a dirt track would possibly be a little bit more, you know, authentic at this time. Right, now if you pull out a straight here, like that, and then you come in at a jaunty angle like this. There you go. Now you're cooking. And then we bring out a straight from here over to there. Yeah. That way your farm machinery hasn't got to go too far to go and get reduced. Reduced. 2 words. Is it? Well, it's 1 word. Then that's golden. Now all I need is some space for some fields now that I've covered the whole of this with, you know, other bits. Right, head over to the, give me the, that's the fella. Right, what else we got here? Distillery. Maybe vodka is in our future. You know vodka is in our future. We do like making the vodka and then feeding it to all of our people and going, enjoy the vodka of the peoples for you and your peoples. Right, road cargo station. I don't need one. What? You'll figure it out. Okay. Good. So, fields. Yeah. Fields, maximum number of workers. Oh, hello. All right. We may need to do a little bit more smoothage. I want one big field here. I think that feels good to me. And then we'll work from there. But I'm going to need to do some bulldozing. All right. I'll keep the boys and girls at home amused while that happens. All right. By which you mean I won't make them watch. I see. Okay. Right. Give me this. Yeah. Get to work. All right, I've done enough flattening to make a bit of progress here. We're going to need to do a bit of tweakage with regard to what we've already got built, but it's going to work. So first off, we're going to need a road here. Yeah, that's it. Don't give me any building in the way rubbish. There isn't a building. How can it possibly be in the way? Do you want to... I'll allow it. Yeah, okay, good. And then, where's the... Is this a no, I don't think that is a cancel button. I think that was the do it. No, it's not. Bulldozer. Yeah. 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 Right. Do that as well, just for now. Okay, right, so we've got a big field, large, and then I want 2 mediums as well. I mean, that'll keep us amused for the early days, certainly. Later on, we'll need a little bit more. Can we get a little bit of delicate tweakage on there? I was pretty sure it was control that did the delicate tweakage, but that's not made any difference to the angle of attack tweakage. And holding rotate just makes it go super quick. Maybe alt. No, negative on the alt. You know what? It's close enough for government work. As long as everything lines up relatively neatly when we come to do town building and the like, then I'm not going to be too disconsolate. That'll be okay. But fields being a little bit, casual and out there, and maybe a little bit. Well, we're farming folk. We can do what we like. That's okay. Right, let's continue with this road out that way. Do you want to go around the corner? I'd love to, but I'm not allowed. Okay, well, don't then. Just keep going this way. Follow that kind of sort of grid thing you've got. All right. It's not really a grid though, is it? No, but follow it anyway. You see, it doesn't want to comply now. It had a nice right angle there previously, and it will again. No, I'm not accepting less than a right angle for to get us started. Well, I definitely want right angles right now. Later on, I may be more amenable to something other than a right. That's not straight. Undo. Negative. It's always worth trying. Yeah, right. Zoom out a little bit and then do it, and then you'll get a better feel for if you got that in a straight line or not. Otherwise, the Centurion will be all cross with me for not laying in the road in a perfectly smooth fashion. There you go. Right, give it a dab of that. No, it doesn't skylines. Okay, that's got it. Door. Yeah. No, that's the ticket. That's the business. Right, and then we want a couple of mediums as referenced moments ago, and I don't know if they're going to fit in here. I think I might not. I've got enough space. Are you sure about that? It does look rather like there's a road there. It's because there is one. Okay, all right. As long as you're happy with that, how's that going to work? I don't know, but it's giving me green. Yeah, it's just not placed. It shouldn't do that. No, it shouldn't. Why is it giving me... It shouldn't be saying, oh, no, you're fine. Maybe the road is allowed to go through the middle of the field. You know what? That'll be fun. I'm going to make it happen, and we'll see what I've done. Or maybe I've just cropped the edge off the field. Yeah, that could be solidly interesting. Solidly something. And... why are you giving me the red marks of you can't do that, Gov? And instead just kind of go, well, maybe. There you go, slap that on there. And then we've got a bit more room for expansion, possibly if we need it later. But 3 is going to be enough to get us started. So there's number 1. Wicked. Yeah. And that's all ready to rock and roll. And that's all ready to rock and roll. We've got to get these roads built. Yeah. That's okay. We can live with that. Let's get the aggro farm aggroed. Yeah, and this. Yeah, and some of that. Yeah, and one of those. Just a small note. You're probably going to want a truck to do a bit of a shuffle between those two. Shuttle, I think, rather than shuffle. It doesn't really matter which way you want to describe it. Either way, that's the thing you want to do. Get that under construction, and this. In fact, I think you can probably go to the road tool and just say, do it. I don't think that worked. All right, okay, let's unpause and see what we've won. In fact, yeah, no, come on, get to work. Yeah, and you get it all done. Get all of this stuff knocked into shape, and then we'll have some kind of thinking about what our next thrilling manoeuvre is going to be in order to generate any level of modicum of anything. No, that's already been worked on, Gov. All right, yeah. What about this bit? No, get that done too. That's it. And this bit, obviously this bit, yeah. Okay, right, smashing. That's coming along. Yeah, get it all done. The reason I didn't just build this from the get-go with the payment predetermined was I might have changed my mind. As it turns out, I didn't, but I might have. Yeah, go on. That's it, and this one, yeah, and that one, yeah. I bet there's a faster way to do this, and I bet someone in the comments is going to go, you know, there's a faster way to do this, and you're going to go, yeah, I know. Because if there's one thing I recall about this game, is that the comments are going to be full of people going, oh, well, you could have done it like this, and oh, you're doing that all wrong, and I haven't read the description of your channel. But that's fine, it's part of the course. The people have claimed that this is what they want to watch, and therefore that's what I'm giving you to watch. Right, we're there. Lovely. Now, of course, the only downside is I've got absolutely no one to work here, and we've done worse still. We haven't got any machines. Can I buy them? Yeah, you can buy them here. All right, okay. What do you got for me? Give me the very latest in sewing technology, please. I reckon. Well, obviously we're going to go for this. Do we go with the Romanian number? Or do we go with something fresh out of Belarus? Well, they're both pretty much... They're almost identical apart from this one having a lot more grunt. Right. I'll take a pair of those, please. For harvesting, I'm going to need 3 minimum. Do we want the Soviet? It's 1970. Yeah. You've probably bought those a little earlier than you needed to. When you say probably, what you mean is... No, I haven't. And then covered holes, just something to shuttle things around a little bit. Now, do we need the biggest, baddest thing in the world, or do we just need something that's a little bit delicate? Everything's fairly close nearby, so I don't see any reason why we'd necessarily have to make it, you know, too overblown. Tricky. What exactly is your debate about? Let's go with these Polish jobs here. Let's go with let's get 2 of them, and that'll probably do it. And the building's not got a power supply. Flipping should have. Where's me? That hasn't got a power supply. All right, that's slightly more problematic. I was pretty sure I'd done all of the things necessary to make a power supply occur. Yeah, that hasn't got a power supply. Okay, we're starting to eliminate the candidates for trouble here. That hasn't got a power supply neither. Okay, then we follow the pylons until we figure out exactly what we haven't done yet. I mean, the good news is my tractors have all just kind of gone, no, that's all right, I know what I'm doing here. This is very much my raison d'etre. I'm well into it. Let's turn all of this off and make it feel authentic or some such. Oh yeah, I told you I'd already ploughed it, son. You could go straight to planting and you'd be fine. Right, let's follow these. Because herein will be the problem. Either that or I just haven't stuck a buy order in. Which is equally plausible at this stage. There we go. Right. I'd like to import, please. Maximum amount of energy. Oh, as much as we need? Maximum amount of energy to purchase. We'll go with 100%. That's the most we want to buy. Yeah, enough to keep the lights on, please. Thank you. Let's hope that there is no crises between our 2 nations that leads to a situation where you decide that you no longer want to work with me and you cut my lights off, because that will make everybody quite sad. Right, that's got fuel. Yeah. That's doing its thing. Good. And you've got power? You've got power. We're all set for a dramatic revolutions of the people. I've been Colonel Failure, everybody. And I'll be back with the next episode, whereupon we will build the first town and things will take a step in that direction. Do you think 3rd tractor would probably be a good move? 3 fields, 3 tractors. No, you see, after he's finished, he's going to switch over onto that field. Let's not get carried away. All right, and it's a long time before you need to figure out if you've got any of this configured properly, so just don't sweat it for the time being. Yeah, first town. It's going to be over here. Coastal resort-ish. Well, I mean, by coastal, I mean I'm going to, you know, create a nasty embankment like this one. and people will just have to deal with that. Oh, your field does go out to the edge of the road. Alright, element of danger for the tractor driver then. Sweet. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe to keep up with this series, which will be progressing at quite the speed for some time to come. I look forward to catching you on the next episode. Until then, thank you very much for watching. There was a button where you could make that disappear, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. It was something easy like R or U or H for HUD. And H shows that. Does it? Okay, I'll figure that out. Most F1. It's not F1. I'll just have to go to the menu. Oh, we'll just suck it up as it is for now. Most Control U. No. Control H. No. Control R. It's not any of those things. It's going to be. Catch you next time. Cheerio. So here we all are once again doing the Soviet Republic. And that's a super thing. Soviet Republic really is a game that opens up a wide variety of opportunities for you to be creatively free to build what you like in a Soviet style. Anyway, since I last played, an absolute ton of new stuff has been added, and I look forward to exploring at least some of that, which I think I shall describe as helicopters. I'm not a big helicopter dude, but at the same time, they are helicopters. And if I can get a Hind, maybe a couple of Sikorskis on the go there, that'd be a lot of fun. So stay tuned to this series and see what sort of Soviet-based delights we manage to conjure up between us, you and I, viewer and video monkey.